Hey, welcome to Live from Dennis's house. Today we are spotlighting Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop solo. Solo, you can't even hear him. And we're going to especially be spotlighting Lust for Life, the 1977 classic, produced by David Bowie, which we'll go a lot into. We're going to talk all about we're going to talk about Pop's life. And Michael Macchioli is doing a lot of talking today, as he is in an Iggy Pop tribute band called Streetwalking Cheetahs.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of people here. We got Cha-Cha, not a guest. She is the co-host.
Yeah, Cha-Cha.
Yeah.
And we got Mike Padron, lead singer from Light My Fire, the premier Doors tribute band.
What's up?
And we got the lovely couple in the back, Jimmy and Nikki.
Woo!
So we're going to start this show off with a long distance dedication. And you know who it's going to go out to? It's going to go out to David Berkowitz from Harvey, the neighbor's dog. Yes. So, because this all takes place in 1977. We're going to talk about 77. And Son of Sam was a big part of 77. Yes. So, yeah, exactly. So we're going to start the show up with Lust for Life by Iggy Pop, and we'll be right back. So we got a lot to talk about today. What would you like to talk about, Cha-Cha? How about we discuss Adele?
Okay.
Because
I was not expecting that.
yeah, exactly.
Like where fairies live?
Because I came across a what do they call that? An epiphany today. A couple epiphanies today. Number one is I hate Adele.
Oh.
And I used to like Adele.
Oh, my goodness.
I used to.
I gotta hear the reason.
Yes, let's hear the reasons.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
three things.
Okay.
Usually I give people 3 strikes, and I've given Adele 3 strikes. Number one was she was gushing over Beyonce during the Grammys, and that was strike one.
gross.
Yeah.
Strike two, she messed up the song for George Michael and had to start over.
Yeah.
That was strike 2. Strike 3 is something else she did with mosquitoes. I saw her on TV.
yeah, she
She's
freaked,
acting like a moron all the time now. So it's official that I hate Adele. She's a good singer, but I'm now against her.
No.
But
She keeps it real, I think.
no, she does not keep it real. She keeps it the
does.
opposite of real.
No.
You know what the opposite of real is?
Fake.
Exactly.
If at an award show I was off key or I started something wrong, I would stop it, especially if it was a tribute. To
Just like you
someone
did during the
Especially-
passenger.
Damn right.
Especially
You're
after your
damn
second
right.
song.
You're
Yeah.
damn right.
Well, I think she's professional.
No, I think
No.
that was very professional. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Nope.
did.
I don't agree with you on that.
I don't agree with
Did you ever see the Rolling Stones
I
stop and
disagree.
start over? Did you ever see?
Oh, the Stones.
Did you ever see Iggy Pop stop and start over?
I saw
Did you
a guy
ever
get
see the
stabbed in
Ramones
the Rolling
stop?
Stones
Iggy Pop
audience.
used to
I
cut
saw
himself
that
with
happen.
glass. Like,
That's
I don't see
professional. This is rock and roll.
He
It was
used to
accidentally,
black out
though.
on stage.
All right.
It was accidentally.
So,
There was substances
all
involved
right,
as well.
this is not for discussion. I hate Adele.
I
Oh,
never
yeah,
said
it's like it wasn't a question, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Rumor
it.
has
But-
it. Rumor has it he hates it.
Rumor
has
Oh, I thought you were going to say that. Rumor has it that Adele hates me.
Yeah.
get her on the show.
She will now.
Yeah, right.
Until he can,
You know,
until he can interview her to be like,
That's so
I've
funny.
Loved you.
For the
I've
longest
loved you
time.
since 2011. You're fantastic. I
Keep
want to do an
chasing
interview
pavement.
with
He's getting giddy.
you.
He's getting giddy.
That's what would happen.
No,
That's
you
exactly
moved
what
me.
happened. Yeah, you moved me.
that's funny. All right.
My wife and my
Everybody-
daughter. My wife and my daughter.
Now remember, hold it. Everybody's talking at the same
Crosstalk.
time, remember? So now, Mike Macchioli had a brilliant point there, because that's definitely true. I'll come out and say I hate Adele so much, but if I have an opportunity to interview her, I'd be gushing all over her and
Love
say,
you.
"You're the best." I especially
You're like
loved.
butter.
I especially loved when you had to stop and start.
Really gross. I
To keep it real. No, you would be like, why did you have to stop and start? I really just want to know. You would. You'd be very sympathetic.
No, I would not.
Nurturing.
Never nurtured.
No,
Exactly.
Adele's dead to me. Now, my next epiphany, is that I realized that I like the Ramones more than anybody else in the world.
know. What is it?
Yes, it did. It came to me in a flash at work. I had my headphones on, and I had the Ramones. I put a whole Ramones album on, and bam, I was like taken back to another world. And I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe how much I love the Ramones."
I know 4
And-
girls who played a tribute band. I guarantee they love the Ramones more.
No,
than
they broke up,
they're
by
in
the
a
way.
Ramones tribute
They
band.
broke up. Someone tried to argue
Rockaway
that with
Bitch
me.
didn't break up.
They just did.
No.
Listen,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Rockaway Bitch broke up.
Yep, that
They did not. They're
No.
playing- they're playing
Listen.
next
No,
month.
they're yeah.
Listen.
Next Cali
Wait,
Cafe.
yeah.
Listen, that I'll guarantee you, I'll bet anybody $212 that they just posted that because of illness in the band and unsurety that they have canceled all gigs coming up and the band's future is in jeopardy.
Really?
So
I have to fact check.
Yes.
From Madhouse Magazine.
Surety of
Yes.
I call fake news. I
all
gotta
right,
fact
check it out. Check it out. We'll get back at after the break.
straight.
We'll look that up. Nick will look it up.
Yeah.
But someone questioned me. Someone did question me and
About?
said that they like the Ramones better than me. And I said, I have 2 Ramones tattoos. Who can say that? Look, this was right off Rocket to Russia,
And you
and
can
on
see
my
it.
leg down
it.
here
Show it. Go,
is
yeah.
and my leg down here is a Joey Ramone tattoo. So
Cool.
there you go. And then I told them, because someone said that they named their dog Sheena, and I said, well, that's nothing. I named my 4 kids Joey, Johnny, Tommy, and Marky. So Dee Dee, I mean.
Oh, jeez.
And that was a lie because I only have 2 kids.
Right.
And one of them's a girl.
Yes. So there you have it. I like Ramones better than anybody, and I hate
More than
Adele
you.
more than anybody. Exactly. So, how are we doing on time over there, Nick? Do I have more? More? Because we're going to take that break. But
getting glad
I have
at
something else to talk about. It's National Women's Day, and you notice Sarah is usually here, but she is off today because of
Protesting?
National Women's Day. She's in New York City. I
rocking
saw it on the
Going
news.
to
She was
the,
tased. Yes.
yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about National. No, it's not even National. It's International Women's Day.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and-
Started a long time
And
ago.
Blondie, by the way, that's
yes,
great.
I posted that. I want everybody's
She's a
opinion
woman.
on this today. That let's talk about the favorite, hottest, best chick singer of all time, rock singer.
man.
And it's not just the hottest. It's the,
the
most
best.
talented
Right.
and the best.
I
Everything.
agree.
Take everything into account. And mine is undubitably. Check that. That's a word too.
Indubitably.
Undubitably, Blondie. Debbie Harry has been my favorite since
Yeah.
1977.
Sure.
Debbie,
I love
Yes.
her too, yeah.
So,
And she's local.
I like
Who's the
that.
hottest chick?
yeah, but like there's so many others
Like
that you can
Janis.
choose. Janis Joplin
Exactly.
would be
Cherie
one of mine
Currie.
too.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Janis
yeah.
Joplin is not necessarily the classic beauty that
No.
Debbie Harry is, but she's so damn talented
Grace
that it
Slick.
changes it. Yeah.
Grace Slick was hot back
The
then.
Wilson
Now she's like,
sisters,
your
yeah,
Uncle
of course. I'm not talking about 70-year-old people. I'm talking about
Back
in their
the
prime,
day.
of course.
Back
Of
in
course.
the, in
Yeah.
their day.
So the Hart sisters.
Adele.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
Susie Quattro. How about that?
Love her. Yeah.
Some guy
Cherie
posted.
Currie.
Wendy
Yes.
O.
Yeah.
Wendy
Oh.
O.
That's,
Absolutely.
If you like STDs, then Wendy O is
But
your
she was
girl.
so badass.
What
Yeah,
about
that's
Gwen
true.
Stefani?
Gwen Stefani.
So
See,
bad.
but she was more
gonna say
hot than talented.
Yeah.
So
She has a very unique
well,
voice.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't compare that to Joan Jett and these
No.
people.
Different.
What about Susie Quattro?
Well, Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar.
Benatar.
Oh,
Speak of the
good
devil.
one,
You know,
Cha-Cha.
Dennis, nothing compares to Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, very good, very
It's a
good.
joke. No.
So,
You get it? See what I did there?
Got it.
all right, so now here we go.
I like it.
We're all gonna have to pick one. Ready? I'm picking Debbie Harry, aka Blondie.
I don't know.
Cha-cha.
Right. Cha-cha, you're a singer?
Nothing like dead silence on the radio.
I'm gonna pick Blondie too.
Good choice. Padron.
I'm gonna pick. I don't know her name, but she's that chick in the Bangles.
Susanna Hoffs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Good call.
Macchioli.
I'm a child of the '80s. Susanna Hoffs was important.
Oh,
So
very
was Brenda
good.
Carlisle.
All right, very good. Little Jimmy back there.
I'm gonna go Chrissy Hines.
Oh, very nice. I like that one.
Okay.
Now, Nikki X.
Adele.
For the win.
Boo! Sarah, when are you coming back, Sarah? All right. So now it's time to
She
take.
had it all sewn
It's
up.
time to take a little. See this? When I do this, you know what this means?
Quack,
Talking to
quack.
yourself.
Everybody do the chicken dance. No, it means.
Skidamarinky dinky dink.
We're gonna take a little break here. So let's take a station break and get back to the hilarity. Hey, welcome back, live from Dennis's house, and now we're gonna talk about Iggy Pop and Lust for Life, and we're gonna let Michael Macchioli take it over.
Yeah.
Go.
James Newell Osterberg Jr., born in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The year?
I see Muskegon, Michigan, actually in
I thought it was Ann Arbor.
1947. No, he moved to
Oh,
Ann
that's right.
Arbor.
He grew up in Ann Arbor.
Yes.
I
yes.
apologize.
After his father was arrested
Yep.
for looking at another man in the men's
Actually,
room.
no. His father was a school teacher.
No, I know.
Yeah, and they lived in a trailer park, and they actually gave up their bedroom so that he could learn how to play drums. And he was like,
Yeah,
you
his
know,
parents were really cool
They
to
were
him.
really super cool, and like he went to school with like really rich people in the area of Michigan he was from, but like his parents really supported his music interests and like his like reading and reading, being intellectual. Well, no, I mean by
They were in favor of him
intellectual
reading.
endeavors as opposed to, just being a degenerate. Like everybody would think Iggy was probably like a juvenile delinquent when he was a kid, but he wasn't. But
Right.
really cool and like.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
like, and he started the band, the Iguanas, and
That's where he got his name, right?
nickname, and then the Psychedelic Stooges after that, and that was like the first inception of the Stooges, and then the Stooges, obviously, and then Iggy and the Stooges, which is when Bowie came in and Williamson came in, and then
Things changed.
solo records.
Right. So there's something I want to talk about in there that I find very interesting. It's the trilogy of Bowie, Lou Reed, and Iggy Pop. It's just like they're all interconnected. That it was really Lou Reed who started off with the Velvet Underground in New York City with Andy Warhol. And David Bowie was a huge fan of them, and so was Iggy. But Iggy was also influenced by Jim Morrison and Mick Jagger, James Brown.
yeah.
And, I actually said... Yeah. So, and Velvet Underground as well.
Right,
So, and then later on, when they all became famous, Iggy formed the Stooges and they imploded and all of that stuff. But at this point in '77, they're all in Berlin. They go down to Berlin, or actually earlier than that.
It was earlier than that.
Yeah. With Lou Reed, it was '73. He did that Transformer album, and Iggy Pop produced
Rock and Roll
that.
Animal, Transformer.
And yeah, right. And but at this point, right here in like '75, '76, '77, Iggy Pop actually had to go to a mental institution because he was so messed up on drugs, and Bowie came visit him, all this stuff. And then when he got out, he took him on the station-to-station tour with him. And then after that, they said, all right, let's go to Berlin, let's relocate, and let's see if we can get off drugs, because they were both...
They went to the heroin capital of the world to get off of heroin. It's kind of funny, actually. Totally ironic.
Yeah.
And then Iggy also worked with Bowie on Low, like he did backup.
Right. See, they were so prolific during this short time period in '77 that Bowie recorded the Low album and Heroes in '77.
And the Idiot came out right after that. Yeah.
Right. Iggy recorded The Idiot in '77.
Yeah.
Then he did a tour, and at the end of '77, he released this album, Lust for Life.
Yeah.
So that's two ridiculously amazing albums in 1977, plus a tour.
And you're cutting out Kill City too. Kill City is like one of the best solo Iggy records, and it's just him and Williamson get dual like credit for like writing the album. But it's like right around the time when Iggy was like in the insane asylum and like losing.
So
his
when
mind.
did that come out?
Got a lot of horns. I think it's I think
That came out before these?
76.
came out 76. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because these were his two most productive albums, The Idiot and Lust for Life, of course. And Lust for Life was his biggest selling album of all time to this day. And it was produced by David Bowie, of course. And like we said, they recorded in Berlin. And Bowie was a huge influence here. And he wrote a lot of the songs, did the instrumentation, all this kind of stuff.
Backup vocals, everything.
Right. And I saw an interview with Iggy, and he was saying that I had to keep up with him, that Bowie was so quick, and that when I went home or went to do drugs or whatever, Bowie would be recording songs, and if I didn't come back and do this, it would have been a Bowie album.
His
so
work
I had to
ethic
come running
was
in.
what
Yeah.
kept pushing him. the whole time.
So it turned out to be an amazing album. But want to hear something else that drives me absolutely insane?
Sure.
Yeah.
This
I love
album
it.
peaked at number 120 on the charts.
Well,
and
Commercial
number
success
one,
doesn't matter.
number one was Disco Duck.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
So that drives me out of my mind so much.
I agree.
Great album.
I heard Adele loves that album. That influenced her whole career.
That's something else that I want to talk about. We got to go back for a minute here. That my hero for the day, I read this in the newspaper today, that some guy, a 74-year-old guy, was in a Barnes & Noble store, and he destroyed a whole bunch of Kim Kardashian's selfie books because she's now have this book out with just pictures of her, just selfies and stuff. And he was so outraged by it that he took this red liquid and he destroyed a whole like 6 of their books, and
See,
they
that's
came
a
and arrested
that's
him.
a protest I can respect.
Yes,
Downfall of
exactly.
Western civilization.
You're
Exactly.
Kardashian
Exactly.
has a nonsensical book.
Has a career.
Has
Is
a
famous.
career.
She's
even
a-
on
she's
the
a
radio.
It's just selfies,
Because of the
pictures.
sex
Yeah.
video, though. Originally.
Exactly.
She literally got
Yeah.
famous because of a sex video.
And she's gorgeous.
Ray J.
Ray J, exactly.
Yeah, Ray J.
No.
Brandy's brother. Yeah.
Brandy's
Brandy's brother.
Whose brother?
Brandy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even know that. I never put that
see
together.
what happens on live.
Yeah,
Dennis?
right. You
That's
learn
the
some
only reason
things.
She's famous.
That's the only reason
Yes.
she's
Yes,
famous.
that's how it all
Yes.
started.
And she honestly, she made over like $100,000 selling her own clothing. Like before she was even famous. Like, yeah, because
Oh, the
she's
clothing
like
for that?
upscale Beverly Hills and everything like that.
Yeah.
She was just like turning over her clothing. Like,
And here we are talking on a live at Dennis's show.
yeah. Well, honestly, if he ever gets to interview, he'd be like, Kim, I love
No
And
way.
you're my
talk to
favorite.
you.
I will-
Kardashian.
What's going on with your husband? I just want to know.
You're gonna be
Never
I love his
like Chloe,
t-shirts.
Chloe.
What's the thing with Taylor Swift? What's the problem?
That's the kid.
Never. I
Has
am.
Northwest eat South?
Oh, never say.
No, I'm going on record right now.
Can I
Absolutely.
just say I love that word imploded.
It's a good word.
Who said that?
You.
Oh,
Pretty
really?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you just said
love that
So
word.
intelligent.
Well, see, this is how I picture myself in about 30 years from now, being an angry old man
Oh.
destroying Kim Kardashian books in the
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble
30
and being
years.
arrested. Yes.
I like-
Being
that's a good
generous,
idea.
honey.
Archie Bunker, Dennis.
Exactly. It's an amazingly great album. And he is known as the godfather of punk. 1977, all of this stuff is going on. Punk
The year I was
is.
born.
Yes. Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That's something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was already lying in the gutter in 1977.
Exactly.
So
Dennis already did his first stint in county. You know what happens at that age? It was the 70s. Don't judge.
So anyway, the personnel was pretty good too. David Bowie, of course. Carlos Alomar,
Yes.
who was David Bowie's guitarist after that. And the Sales Brothers, Soupy Sales children, were on this. Everybody knows Soupy Sales?
Give me your money.
Yes, that's
Nail in
the
your
best
money.
thing.
What?
Soupy Sales had a show back in the
Yeah.
day, and he
did.
did a routine where he told the
told-
kids to go into the parents' wallet while they were sleeping and take money out
money
and
and mail
send
it
it to
to
him.
Yeah. And the kids
great.
actually
The kids
do
did it, and he got
they
in so
fired him.
much trouble.
They canceled the
Yeah.
show over it. Yeah, it's awesome.
That is awesome.
So, and then, yeah, his kids became famous musicians. So, Padron, did you know that the song Passenger that we recorded before was actually influenced by a Jim Morrison poem?
I did not know that.
Yeah, well.
Riders in the Storm?
No, it's just a poem, not a song that
Yeah.
he,
It's
the
off like
Doors
American
did.
Prayer or something.
Yeah, I don't know
Sing it
the.
for me. I'm a passenger.
I'm a passenger.
Didn't somebody cover that song? Didn't the
Yes.
girls group
I already
cover
did it
that
once.
song?
Who did that? Susie and the Banshees
That's
did
a
it. Yeah,
great
yeah.
Oh,
song.
Joey Ramone
Yeah.
actually, I think, covered it once. Too.
I think everybody covered it.
Yeah, but the
And
girls covered
it was
the best.
prominently displayed in the movie Train Spotting.
Well, the whole
Yes.
actually, The Idiot and Lust for Life, they're both those albums is literally the whole soundtrack.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
great one.
really awesome.
So, and
Nightclubbing.
oh,
Night
Bauhaus did a
Clubbing.
great
That's
version of that
awesome.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, did you know also that this came out in August 1977, but the album was selling well, but Elvis Presley died right at this time. So RCA stopped promoting the album completely and reissued everything about Elvis and said, "Screw you, Iggy. We're going with Elvis."
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there you go.
And then also on The Idiot, like China Girl's on that, and then all of a sudden Bowie, like 7 years later, makes it into a major hit.
Yeah.
You know, because he had
In mid-80s.
he makes it like a pop song, and then all of a sudden it's you missed the line about the swastikas and the whites in my eyes and the insanity and the madness.
All right, so now we're going to smell the album now. Everybody
all
ready for
have
this?
our
And we're going to
own
name,
album.
no, we're only going to smell one album.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. You
I'm
smell it.
smelling Nakazaki.
But I'm naming my favorite song, and it is The Passenger. Everyone can smell their own album. We don't even have to pass it around. Everyone smell your own and name your own
I have
favorite
to
Iggy
chill.
Pop song or
In
whatever
order.
you want. All right. Padron, what's your favorite Iggy Stooges song? Any song.
Has to be Raw Power.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
choice.
Good one.
Cha-cha.
Lust for Life.
Very good.
Thank you.
Macchioli.
I have three because there's three different bands.
You got
Hey.
one.
The Stooges song, okay, is 1970. Okay, my favorite
Okay.
Iggy in the
1970 or 1969?
1970.
That was the sequel to 1969?
You've never heard? I feel all right. You never heard?
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I didn't even know it was called 1970. Oh, nice.
Okay, and then my favorite Iggy and the Stooges song, which is Raw Power, basically. Okay, but it isn't Raw Power. I'd actually say Search and Destroy. That album, Raw Power. But then we get on to Iggy solo, and I'm saying my favorite Iggy solo song. Johanna off of Kill City.
Wow, you like that album, huh?
Love it.
All right, you two back there. You can have a joint answer if you want.
I'm going with Lust for Life.
Very good. Can't go wrong with that.
I think Nikki's is Easy Rider.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, really? Wow, very good. All right. So
No candy?
what's next? Oh, Candy. We forgot about that, you know?
You left Candy
Sings
out.
with,
we didn't talk
Hey,
about Chrissy Hine.
Yeah, all right. Discuss his life after that.
See, sorry, Nick. I know we have to smell the
No,
record,
we got
but
we smelled it. Go on, go on.
it was
About
just
the rest of his life after this album,
like,
because
we didn't talk about
77,
his music.
he's the king of punk or the Godfather of punk, whatever you want to call
Godfather.
it. And so,
Well, then also,
the rest
like,
of his life and
yeah,
career
yeah,
after
he had-
that,
he
he's
had
still
music-
doing it.
Yeah, he's still like in films and everything like that. He's in Crybaby. He plays Crybaby's uncle.
Oh,
you know, yeah, he's like
Crow
he.
2.
Yeah, totally.
Just a small cameo.
Just even the Tom Schneider interviews, please.
Oh,
folks,
yes,
go
I saw
out
those.
and
Those
look
were
at these. They're
awesome.
amazing.
Tom
He's
Waits.
missing a tooth. Oh, I love that
Tom
film.
Waits.
Yeah,
I saw
where they
that,
sit
I
down
saw
and have
that.
a cup of coffee.
Fantastic.
I love it. Exactly.
Fantastic
Just
stuff.
Dinah Shore, Mike
Yeah.
Douglas,
Dinah
he's on
Shore.
all of it. Yeah.
Exactly. Go look at his interviews.
Yeah,
The
go
man
check it
is
out.
amazing. He's still an amazing talent.
And he has not worn a shirt since 1969.
Seriously, I'm not authentic.
Yeah,
I'm still
Ronnie's
wearing my shirt.
Still killing it.
Except that album. Someone has an album with him wearing a shirt. Show it. Who has that album?
There,
Nikki.
There it is.
I know. Cha-Cha has it.
Well,
That's
there's
the
a few
only
of them.
one.
No, Instinct has it too.
Oh,
Oh, he's
okay.
wearing a button up in mine.
Oh, wow. Look at
He wore a
that.
shirt. On stage, he hasn't worn a shirt in about like 50 years.
Shredded.
And he's 70, so.
Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely. So where are we at now? So now it's time to do the news. We'll talk about Iggy on the way back. But now we're going to talk about the exciting stuff going on in the news today. And did you hear about Meatloaf, Cha-Cha?
I did.
That he actually posed naked in Vanity Fair magazine.
That's
The
awesome.
long
And
time
yes,
coming.
he's got a new career as a model that he composed completely nude in Vanity Fair magazine. And when interviewed, he said, I am empowered by my body. I am empowered by my sexuality. I am empowered by my feeling comfortable in my skin. I am empowered by showing the world my flaws and not being afraid of what anyone is going to say about me. And I hope that through this platform I have been given, I can encourage the same empowerment for people all over the world, said Meatloaf. I did it because I'm not one of those stick skinny boys you see. I was always a husky kid. I had to shop for tough skin jeans in the Sears Husky department, and it was very embarrassing. I felt like boys today need to see a normal body, continued Meatloaf. I cried in the shower after the photo shoot and was very nervous about how the picture would turn out, but they were very tasteful. It is so empowering. I feel exhilarated. I am scheduled to pose for Heiny Boy magazine in the spring, and
Here it goes.
Downward spiral.
Vivid Video has offered me $1 million to do a gay porno video this summer. It's called Backdoor Meatloaf. Now that would
Called
be
meat and carrots.
now that would be really empowering, said a glowing Meatloaf. There you have it. All the news, not fit to print. Madhouse Magazine. All right, so any last minute words here about Iggy Pop or Meatloaf or anything else or anything going on that anybody would like to talk
Doesn't
about?
get much more influential than Iggy Pop. I think.
Exactly.
In music after 1977, I mean, who didn't he influence?
Exactly.
I mean, holy
Mhm.
hell! You listen to anything he did, and it's tough not to be moved. I mean,
Right.
Or just feel the emotion that he had, and what a voice! I think he changed.
It's unique.
Singer, yeah.
Yeah.
He
The
changed
front man,
he changed
one of the
front man.
most
Well, his
No,
what he does on
yeah.
stage is also almost like performance art.
Yeah,
Exactly,
Not to
yeah,
say
yeah.
It wasn't,
You know, it's
that
like-
didn't come before him.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You had it. But
Well,
you
yeah,
took
that's
it,
the beauty of rock and
He
roll.
took it to a
People
new level.
influence
Took it
other
to
people,
another
and then you
level.
keep going and moving with
You
it.
never
He took
knew.
from Jim Morrison, and
To
he
say
created
that
punk
you
rock.
influenced
Perfected
David
it.
Bowie is like
Yeah.
a
And-
monstrous
Yeah, exactly,
like,
you know?
achievement.
And you never know what you were going to get. You didn't know if you were going to get a full show.
Exactly.
You didn't know if he was going to pass out, if he was going to
or
bleed all over
die.
himself, die.
Yeah, like
You know, he was going to have to go to ambulance, get a blood transfusion. He's breaking glass, cutting his chest.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah.
And a
And
lifetime.
that wasn't like a preconceived thing. It's not like like nowadays where everything is
Right,
like,
right,
like
yeah.
performance
Right.
and like I'm gonna do this. It's like someone threw a bottle and
Yeah.
like Iggy slipped and fell on it and started gushing blood and he's like,
Yeah.
oh
And he
yeah,
went with it.
and he went with it. And then
Yeah.
like the time he puked on stage, he literally was just sick and he's just like, well, I'll just puke on stage. And he was like, oh, everybody's like, oh my god, he's insane. He was like, yeah, well, I was sick.
Is do we think in the future anyone's going to come along to ground break anything?
Yes.
Is there going to be a new
I'm optimistic.
anything?
Yes.
Like what?
Yes, Adele.
All right, so
Yes.
yeah, like
Adele's awesome.
there you go.
Lady
Let's
Gaga.
be optimistic. But
Okay.
Lady Gaga
Yourself
is
in-
not groundbreaking. She's just a good singer.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah. She won meat.
You're
I
just
have
wearing
to-
a meat
I have to
suit.
admit,
It's been done.
In the last 15 to 20 years, I haven't seen anything that's groundbreaking.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm
true.
saying. That I think everything's already
Well,
been
where
done.
where do you stand on like Radiohead and stuff like that?
I
Like,
hate
Nails.
Radiohead.
Nails, Tool.
I like
You
Tool.
hate
I love
Radiohead?
I love Tool. I hate Radiohead.
You hate
Hate Radiohead.
Open
That
computer-
Creep is a great song,
No, but
and that's it. Every other song
Kid
stinks.
A is-
All right, now we're wrapping it up here. Live from
You're
Dennis.
an old
Tough to
man.
argue.
Old
Tough to
man
argue.
yells at cloud. Live in Dennis's house. You kids don't know anything. I swear to
This
Christ.
show
My-
is brought to you by Ballantine.
My thumb is on the pulse of the nation. And
1837.
Radiohead is the most overrated band ever of all time.
Eva, I swear, and I'm the best photographer of all time. My name is Dennis.
All right, so now we're going to wrap this up. Anybody have anything else they have to say? Send in an email because
Oh, you
we're
didn't, even
done
talk about
here.
you didn't even talk about the show you went to.
What show?
The show you just went to a
I
show.
didn't get-
Adam
Oh.
I didn't get to-
Adam-
Oh, we talked about that 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, you
We're going to
missed
talk about
it.
Pat Benatar next time, and Jimmy will talk about his show next time, too.
Oh, cool.
Does anybody know? Say the guy you went to see. Let's see if anybody knows it.
Let's go see Michelangelo Badio.
Yeah, I know.
You know who he is? He was in Nitro.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I know.
I think I saw
Great.
you post.
Great.
Yeah,
I saw you guys were at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw you were at the
All right, so now it's time to wrap up, and we are out of here. Iggy Pop, Lust for Life, excellent album. There will never be another album as good as this as long as Michael Macchioli lives. I'm going
Except
on
for
record
Raw
saying
Power.
that. No, that was before that. There'll never be a new one out after this album that will be as good as this. Will you agree with that, Mike Macchioli? You think there'll be another album produced starting in 2017? There'll be another
be as good
album
as that?
that'll be as good as this.
Hell no.
Hell no.
All right, let's hear it for that. Yeah. All right, so check us out all on social media, madhousemagazine.com, blah, blah, blah. Now let's see here everybody's bands here. We got Michael Macchioli, Streetwalking Cheetahs. They'll be around. Mike
very
Padron, very soon, in Light My Fire.
This Friday.
The De Silvas. And Jimmy is often seen playing with the De Silvas, too.
Holy
Too. So
Wow.
check it out. And now it is time to wrap it up, and we're going to go out and we're going to play some more songs. We're going to play The Passenger by Iggy Pop. And for Padron, we're going to play Indian Summer by The Doors. And then the Artist of the Month. See you next time on Live from Dennis' House, only on 474 The Mix. Applause.
Fun show.
Oh my God, I'm
Let's go.
exhausted.
And
You
then-
better
yeah,
be.
because we got